Right, can you say hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our day.
So the pharmacy man just came to drop off some medications, and every time he comes, we have like a little bit of a natter because it's always the same dude and he's lovely. And he said, "I've got this. If I can give it to the dogs, like if they would want it, because I love dogs. I've got some at home and I absolutely love them. And there's some dogs that are there." Like some places that I go, and I just love to give them biscuits. Got biscuit.
That is so adorable.
Look at you, Sarah! Look at your lips already!
I know it's for me.
You're cute.
I'm trying to take it. Oh.
Wow.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Mum. Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
Albert chewed it more than Dixie.
She did! Wow!
Was that nice?
You have the pharmacy man to thank for that! Yes, you do!
Oh.
That was good for us, man.
Yeah.
Was that yummy?
Yeah, Mum.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Pharmacy Man.
Are you thanking the pharmacy man? Yeah.
Yeah. That was cute. So it turns out, looking at the invoice, that following DPD smashing up our parcel, we are missing items, which really sucks. So we've taken pictures and we've contacted DPD and Pets at Home now. DPD have responded and they needed a few more details, so we've given them that, and they're looking into things like in more in depth, try and figure out what happened. So obviously, yeah, we just need to hear back from that. But Soph received a letter today for an eye test for her eyes for the diabetic screening. And before COVID, what was going to be happening was Soph's parents were going to be coming over and taking her, because you can't drive for 2 hours afterwards. It's in our town, but it's quite a long trek, and the problem is it's not a wheelchair accessible vehicle. So obviously we can't drag Soph's parents out to take her because of COVID still going on. But also, we can't walk there because I can't get in with her. And if it's a really bad weather day, I'm going to be screwed, because I'd be sat outside getting pissed wet through. So we need to contact them and see if there's an alternative that can be done, if she can have it done somewhere else, in a place that is wheelchair accessible. Because I think it's ridiculous, because a lot of people who have diabetes, unfortunately, through complications, have lost limbs. So why would they put it in a non-adapted, building where only able-bodied people can get in? It just doesn't make sense. But, not just because of, people with diabetes having limbs removed or whatever, but it's just general practice nowadays, surely, that places need to be wheelchair accessible. And for it to be something that's medical and not wheelchair accessible, I think that is absolutely shocking. Obviously she doesn't want to go on her own, especially walking out there, because if they say you can't drive, it's obviously going to be that it's going to affect your vision. And I don't want her walking home with her vision screwed up, basically. So we're in a right little predicament. So we're hoping that giving him a bell tomorrow will make things a little bit easier of understanding, and hopefully we can get it sorted so that it's in a different building. I don't know. Back-wise to me today, the pain's still been pretty bad. About an hour and a half ago, I did have to have some morphine. I'm trying to stay awake because, okay, I need to have a conversation with my mum, and she's going to be ringing just after 6. So I'm literally like, ugh, give me the matchsticks to hold up my eyes just so that I can, like, be at least awake as much as possible for when mum rings. But we shall see. But So's bringing up tea now, so we're going to go and eat that.
If you can hear a funny noise, it's because Charlie's neb machine's running. But we thought that we would just sort of say that a while ago, like last week I think it was, my sister was supposed to have an operation because if you've been here for a while you'll know she's got endometriosis and she's having a lot of problems with it, and so they've been umming and ahhing whether to do surgery, and then they'd booked her in, and then they cancelled it, and then they booked her in again, and then they cancelled it, and then they booked her in again, and they rang her and said, we've actually got one that's sooner if you want that. And she was like, yes please, yes, we'll do that. And she went in on Thursday, and she went in at 11, and she was waiting around, and then at 4:30 they took her down, and they tried for half an hour, I think it was, to get a cannula in her, and I think she said that, like, I lost count of how many people she said tried. I thought they stabbed her like 30 times, whatever, and they just, like, couldn't get it in, and they said that if it was for emergency surgery that, like, was life or death in that moment, then they would have gotten somebody from, like, the vascular team or something to come up and to put in a central line or something like that. But because it was routine surgery, they wouldn't do that. So then the surgery didn't go ahead, so she was there. Well, no, exactly. They could have got, Charlie just said, sorry, glass has fallen off. Charlie just said that they could have used the vascular team to put in use the ultrasound to get a cannula in, which they've done with Charlie before. They don't have to do a central line or whatever, but they didn't. So she ended up having to go home after being in the hospital on her own all day, waiting around. Obviously, you know the drill, hungry, thirsty, nothing to eat or drink. She was really dehydrated. So they've said that they'll ring her to rebook it, and that they're going to put her on first of the list instead. Oh, hang on. I sneezed, and I figured that you didn't need a close-up of that view. But anyway, they said that they'll contact her. They'll contact her and put her as first on the list. So we're still waiting for that to happen. It kind of sucks that she can't keep the original appointment that they had booked her, but presumably when they booked her in for this more, like, the closer appointment, they probably would have cancelled her other one. So that really sucks, because otherwise she could have had that appointment. But anyway, we felt really sad and horrible and everything, because obviously that's really a nasty situation for her to be in, because she's in so ouch! She's in so much pain all the time, and, like, it's just horrific. So we had a look online, and Charlie found the place that we got the donuts last time. She noticed that they did balloons, and so we sent her a balloon and a personalised message chocolate, and she received that today, and she really, really liked it, and it made her smile, which is good, because that's obviously what you want. You just need sometimes something little to just brighten your day. But yeah, we'll pop in a picture here of what it looked like. She is desperate for her bedtime routine. But yeah, so pretty sure that's it.